Hello everyone, thanks for joining me on StubbleMeetsSteel. I wanted to finish up with the aluminum razor series, so I figured I'd do this one that one of my viewers wanted. This is the Karve's new aluminum Bison, and this is an older razor. This is no longer available, but this is above the tie. I believe this is called the Windsor Pro, or most commonly referred to as the SB90, and the 90 refers to the blade gap, but that was one of the other reasons I thought these would be somewhat close, because of the aluminum razors that I had, these were some of the closest in blade gap measurements, so I thought that that would be a pretty good comparison. Being honest, I don't know what these used to go for new. I got a smoking deal on this by my razor enabler friend, sent me a link for somebody selling this one, and I picked it up for 25 bucks, and for that, it's a home run for sure. It's got really cool knurling on it. It's like a cross hatch barber pole style setup, and it's definitely got a cool knurling to it. Grip wise though, I would say that the Bison has better grip. You know, it's definitely not as slippery as the above the tie. They both have really pronounced large, I don't know if you can see it with the blacked out stealth look of the above the tie, but it's got a really large lather channels. And as I mentioned before in the other videos, the Bison also has really large lather channels. So they both seem to rinse out real easily. Weight wise, they're very comparable. This is about 39.2 grams or something like that blade loaded, and this is 33.5 grams no blade, so pretty comparable. You know, they're right around 30 to 40 grams between the two of them, so I thought that was another reason why they made a good comparison head to head. So that's what we're going to use for the razors today. And then yeah, as some of you might know, I also do some videos for the razor company. That's why I have a affiliate link in my info section. And out of nowhere the other day, I did my abundance mantra, and all of a sudden I got an email that there was a mystery package being sent to me. At first it said your package is being shipped. I'm like, I didn't order anything. So then at first I thought it was maybe fraud or something. I looked and it said it was a mystery package. I'm like, a mystery package? So, I waited to see what it was, and this Panta Rei Siddharta soap came in, and it's got this awesome Buddha logo on it, and I had never heard of this brand or seen it before, so I looked it up, and then I was intrigued, and I've never mentioned it before, but on the side, I'm also a Reiki master with vibrational sound healing, and I don't really do it all that much anymore, but one of the people that I work with, I've done a few Reiki sessions on, and she saw me wearing my razor company shirt one day, and it says on the back, do you even shave, bro? And she's like, John, what's with the shirt? And I was like, oh, I also do, I have a YouTube channel. And she's like, is there anything you don't do? But anyways, she found out about my razor hobby, and so she's one of my Reiki clients, and so I just assumed that maybe that's who bought this for me candidly, because she's kind of asked a few questions about a razor, and I told her to get one of the Bali 176 razors. But anyways, it wound up being the razor company sent me this, and so I reached out to them and thanked them. And it's a vegan soap, so I'm real curious to try it today. The main notes that it says anyways are black pepper, leather, cashmere, patchouli, amber, and oud. And for me personally, what I pick up on as far as the main scent notes are definitely the patchouli, the amber, and the oud, no question. For me, it smells a lot like Holy Cow's Amber Bomba. It really reminds me a lot of that in great ways, but a little more sophisticated, maybe a little bit darker and deeper, but really good smell. So I'm really curious to see how this lathers up here and how it works for a vegan soap. Like I said, I've never heard of this brand, and I looked it up, and it's expensive. It's almost like 40 bucks for this tub. So real curious to try it today. I don't normally try things on video, but I thought that'd be fun. So, feels like it's got some nice cushion. Let's add a little more water to it. I did hydrate it pretty good in the bowl lather. And I have to digress a little bit. I've been trying to work on the bowl lather for these videos. And what do you guys do? Do you splay your brush when you're bowl lathering? I know some people say you should never splay your brush when you're bowl lather, it'll wear your brush out, and other people say you have to. So curious, comment down below if you're a bowl lather person. Do you splay your brush when you're making up your lather or not? All right, that looks pretty good. So let's jump right in. I've only used this above the tie a few times, so let's take this for a spin. Felt pretty good. Soap smells very nice. I think I forgot to mention, these are both using Gillette 7 o'clock greens, the super stainless blades in these. Feels like there's a little more blade feel to me on the Bison than the SB90 above the tie. Feels like there's maybe better blade clamping on the Bison. I noticed with the above the tie there on my coarser spots on my chin, I almost want to say it felt like the blade was starting to chatter. Where I definitely don't get that with the Bison. All right, nice first pass. I'm liking the smell of this soap. Almost kind of reminds me of like a cross between Nag Champa incense and that Holy Cow Amber Bombas soap. That would be the best way I could describe it. It smells really good. I really like that Nag Champa incense smell. I've seen a couple of vendors make a soap in that. I don't know if I would like it. I never thought I would really like it in a shaving soap scent though, but I have to say I do quite like the smell of this. It definitely smells better outside of the tub. It definitely kind of opened up and bloomed a little bit more. I don't want to say that it was bland off the puck, but I get more of the notes now that I'm using it. What's the other incense smell? I'm thinking of dragon's blood. If you like dragon's blood, it almost kind of reminds me of that a little bit too. If I ride the top cap with the more shallow angle, I feel like the sensation where the blade wants to chatter is much decreased by riding the top cap a little more. Both razors rinsing out very easily. Gotta say, this is pretty nice vegan soap. It's very soft. So I thought that it would be best to do a bowl lather, but I might try to face lather it one day off camera just to see how that goes. Nice pass there. One thing that I kind of noticed already is that the with this soap it's a little bit thicker, it seems, and the above the tie just seems to plow right through it. But like right there, the Bison seems to kind of want to not, it doesn't know what to do with it. It kind of just goes over the top of the soap, but it doesn't seem like it actually hit my skin. Both razors are very nice against the grain, very smooth. Didn't feel like they were biting me for that against the grain mustache pass I just did there. All right, let's take a look. Definitely more pickup on the neck right here on the Bison side. I would kind of attribute that to the fact that it didn't really know what to do with the lather there. All right, great shave. I'm gonna go ahead and get cleaned up. All right, everybody, I'm back. Some Witch Hazel on here. So let's get into the review today. Boy, I gotta say, for a vegan soap, this stuff was really impressive. It definitely hit my shaving Zen Nirvana moment for sure in the shave. It was smells great and lathered very easily for the most part, and the cushion was definitely there, which was that's kind of where I feel that the vegan soaps, for me personally, I notice a little bit of a difference, as I feel some of them lack cushion, but not the case with this. Rinse this off. So I enjoyed this shave quite a bit. Both razors are very similar. I forgot to mention, but lengthwise they're almost identical. They're pretty much both the same, 3.75, 3.8 inches, as you can clearly see. Overall, so what are some of the things that I noticed? It definitely seemed like the above the tie SB90 was a tiny bit more efficient. Here on my neck, there was definitely less cleanup. I definitely, like I mentioned, did seem to notice that the blade almost starts to want to chatter. It seems to me anyways. I don't know if that would not be the case with the stainless steel one. It might be worth me trying putting a stainless steel handle on here and see if the extra weight changes it, or is it the lack of blade clamping on there? Hard to say, but not the blade doesn't really chatter all over the place or anything like that, but I definitely felt like it was starting to chatter. But by riding the top cap with a little bit of a shallow angle, I got rid of that for sure. As smooth as the Bison is against the grain, and across the grain, the above the tie definitely held its own. Is very, very smooth against the grain on the mustache pass there. So, I really enjoy both razors. The grip and the knurling on the Bison is just top shelf. Really, really like that. The way that the above the tie sliced right through, thicker, denser lather, I definitely kind of preferred that over the Bison a little bit. They both rinse out really well with the large lather channels, but those would be the biggest things that I'd noticed. I know I got a kind of smoking deal on this, but I have seen some other of these above the tie razors, and I have seen this exact model for sale used. So they are out there. You just got to look. The Facebook forum groups for shaving and stuff are great for that. Also check eBay and see if you can't pick one up if you're looking for it. Again, I don't know what these were new, but if they were anywhere near the $80 price range of the Bison, they were definitely on par. So had fun with that one. I think next I'd like to maybe do the Shield DE to the Lupo, because price-wise those are very comparable. The Shield DE is about $35 and the Lupo is about $40. So I think I'll do those two next, actually. I think those are the most comparable, at least price-wise. So if somebody was looking at aluminum razors and looking to be in that $30 to $40, $50 range, that those would be maybe ones that they'd look at. So hope you enjoyed the review. Stay tuned. I got a couple more things incoming, and look forward to talking to everybody in the comments. Thanks and take care.